The mist rolled in, an ethereal shroud that crept over the quaint coastal town of Haven's End. It was a town steeped in maritime lore, its weathered houses and cobblestone streets whispering tales of storms and shipwrecks. Yet this mist was different. It carried with it a chilling silence, a sense of dread that hung heavy in the air. As the mist thickened, the townsfolk retreated indoors, their homes becoming isolated islands in a sea of white. But there were those who dared to venture out, drawn by a morbid curiosity. Among them was a young woman named Elara, a writer with an insatiable thirst for the macabre. She was fascinated by the town's dark history, and the eerie mist seemed to offer a glimpse into its shadowy past. Elara ventured into the mist, her footsteps muffled by the damp ground. The once familiar streets were now distorted, the houses looming like spectral figures. A cold wind howled, carrying with it the distant cries of gulls. As she delved deeper into the mist, she noticed strange symbols etched into the walls of buildings, symbols that seemed to writhe and shift before her eyes. Suddenly, a piercing scream echoed through the mist. Elara's heart pounded as she raced towards the source of the sound. She found herself in a deserted alleyway, the mist swirling around her like a hungry beast. In the dim light, she saw a figure huddled in a corner, its form obscured by the fog. As she approached, the figure turned, revealing a face twisted in agony. Its eyes, once human, were now black voids, and its skin was a sickly, translucent grey. The creature lunged, its claws outstretched. Elara barely managed to dodge the attack, but she knew she couldn't outrun it for long. The mist seemed to empower the creature, granting it unnatural speed and strength. Desperate, Elara stumbled upon a nearby building. She burst through the door, slamming it shut behind her. The creature pounded against the door, its claws scratching at the wood. Inside the building, Elara found herself in a dusty attic. As she searched for a way out, she discovered a hidden room. Inside, she found a collection of ancient texts filled with cryptic symbols and chilling tales. One particular text caught her eye. It described a ritual that could summon creatures from the mist, creatures that could be controlled by those who knew the secret. A chill ran down Elara's spine as she realized the truth. The mist wasn't a natural phenomenon. It was a doorway to another dimension, a dimension filled with horrors beyond imagination. The creature outside was one of those horrors, a creature summoned by someone who had gone too far. As the creature's relentless pounding grew louder, Elara made a decision. She would use the knowledge she had gained to banish the creature back to its own dimension. With trembling hands, she began to recite the ancient incantation, her voice barely audible over the chaos. The mist outside began to swirl violently, and the creature's pounding grew more frantic. As Elara finished the incantation, a blinding light filled the room. When the light faded, the pounding had ceased. Elara cautiously opened the door to find the mist dissipating, the creature nowhere to be seen. The town of Haven's End was forever changed by that night. The mist never returned, but the darkness that lurked beneath its surface remained. Elara, scarred by the experience, left the town, carrying with her the knowledge of the ancient ritual and the promise to never let such evil rise again.